What is happening, guys? R. Pelton 1 coming to you with a little bit of a gear shakedown video. What do I carry as a first aid kit while I'm out in the woods, when I'm in the canoe, when I'm on the trail, when I'm hanging hammocks, when I'm basically outside and I have a small medical issue that pops up, or just something that's a little inconvenient as far as being under the weather? These are some of the things that I carry with me. So hopefully you'll get some ideas here. If you have any ideas for me, leave them in the comments below, and we'll see if I forgot anything. The one thing that you notice right up front is the red cross here. I try to stick these on anything that I have to do with medical, and this includes, you know, the medical pouch, so it's easily identifiable. If I tell anyone, hey, go get my first aid kit, this should be a universal sign of, hey, grab this bag. As you can see, I do have a custom-made pouch for it. I've had it made see-through, transparent. It's made by the Ziploc company because it's waterproof and airtight, and it works perfectly for something like that, and it's really, really lightweight. So I'm going to dive right on in. I do carry an Israeli bandage. This one's the little bit bigger version. It's a 6-inch bandage, and if you don't know anything about Israeli bandages, these things are crazy. They can act like a tourniquet. They can put direct pressure on a specific wound site. They can really come in handy. They can help you with splints, you know, for any kind of broken limbs or legs or anything like that. These things are awesome. These come vacuum sealed. They're a little bit bigger, but holy crap, do they have a lot of function. So I always try to keep one of these with me in my kit on me at all times. Diving right in. Every once in a great while, my eyes will bug me if it's in the springtime or maybe there's some hay fever or something like that. I do carry a small bottle of eye drops, you know, nothing crazy, just some Visine, you know, allergy kind of stuff. And it works really well, it gets the red out. So just every once in a while, I just need it. And if you don't have it, it kind of sucks. Also in here, I have a variety of Band-Aids, which everyone should carry. And this is an individual first aid kit, so I don't have anything extensive for a group unless I'm taking a group out. So basically 2 of each kind of Band-Aid. 2 of the big ones, 2 knuckle Band-Aids, 2 fingertip Band-Aids, a few of the sutures just in case I need to close a wound. I have a couple of sheets of moleskin just for some kind of blister protection. Of course, you have your alcohol swabs to clean your wound area, medium-sized Band-Aids, small Band-Aids, and then of course the little round guys. These little, boy, just for like a maybe a small puncture or just a very small area. Maybe even on your face, you want a small bandage like this instead of a big one sticking on your face. A couple of packets of the triple antibiotic. If you can, you know, just tear this open a little bit, use what you need. You can roll it to seal it up and then still use it if you want to. But I usually carry 2 of these in here, so you're good there. And then this thing is awesome. I'll go over here in a second. But then of course I always carry some tweezers. I made a little modification. This is just a tip of a straw that you can get from anywhere, just so it'll keep these closed and it won't puncture the bag. So there's a little piece of straw I keep on there. And then you have the actual first aid medical medications. Now, this is in an Aloksak, so it's very watertight. It's a much more durable sack. And you'll see that I'm kind of prepper minded. I have a couple of other things that I do as far as labeling this kind of stuff goes, because I like everything to be easily identifiable, so you know exactly what's required, and whoever uses it knows exactly what's required. You know, things like boning. This is kind of like a Dramamine like a motion sick medication, and the way I label them, it's boning. The dosage is 25 milligrams, 1 pill every 12 hours. That's how I have this laid out. You have your Sudafed, 30 milligram doses. It's 1 every 6 hours, and I think I have like 10 doses in here. And this is the kind with the pseudoephedrine in it, so this is the good stuff. I carry some ginger candies. Now, if you don't know what Reed's ginger candies are, yeah, they're a very gingery flavored candy, but they help very well with nausea. So if someone's suffering from some nausea, ginger in itself is a very good thing to have to help mitigate you know, that symptom. So I carry a few of those in there. Get those out of there. Pepsid AC for a little bit of that sour stomach, a little bit of that acid reflux. Imodium for when it gets a little brown and dirty down there and you need to plug it up. When you're on the trail, this stuff right here can dry you up until you get back to, you know, your car or, you know, your house or anything like that. Tylenol. What else? Allegra, an anti-allergy medication. Laxatives, because you just never know, you might get into something, you get plugged up and you just need a movement. You know, something like this, you know, you take 1 to 3 of these every 24 hours, and that will depend on how big you are really or how stopped up you are. But I carry a pretty good dose in there just to kind of help move things about. Ibuprofen or vitamin I, you got to have that for the anti-inflammatory, and then, you know, painkiller as well. I do carry, you know, your standard Benadryls, because it's a basic allergy medication, and then also Pepto-Bismol for an upset stomach, and that's pretty much it. And then I have the medical sign on both sides of this, and I carry all this together. Let me get it all back in here, and I'll get you a weight on it. But this is basically the stuff I carry, and thank goodness I haven't needed to use this. You know, I've had used the Imodiums, and I've used the Sudafeds and some of the Band-Aids and stuff, but those are all just minor, and I'm really glad I have this kit. And if I have to help someone else out, I'm able to do that as well. But I suggest if you're going out by yourself or even with a group, you should carry a first aid kit for yourself, and everyone should carry their own as well, because it is pretty personalized. You might require a certain medication for yourself to control, you know, blood pressure, or you know, maybe some epinephrine or something like that for, you know, diabetes, or there's a lot of stuff that different people have. So if you're going out there, make sure you're carrying medication specifically for yourself, in addition to some broader range things like this too, so you can help out, you know, a group if absolutely need be. But let's get a weight on this thing, see how heavy all this is. All right, we got the scale out. Let's turn this thing on, get it zeroed out. And let's see how much this thing weighs. It weighs 8.3 ounces, so yes, half a pound, I get it. I'm not exactly an ultra light backpacker, not at all. You know, it comes in at 233 grams. I carry things that are very, very functional, and sometimes I'll have to sacrifice weight on other things, maybe some other gear items, but for essentials like this, I rarely sacrifice weight on. I would rather have this kind of stuff and not need it than need it and not have it, kind of thing. That's my, I guess, my prepper mentality. But it takes up not that much room, and I'm not afraid to bear this weight if I have to, especially if you need something like this. Some of the other things I thought about throwing in here would be maybe some burn gel packets, not a fingernail clipper. I generally don't need anything like that, but this pretty much, you know, rounds it out. So I don't know, you tell me, what would you carry in this thing? Would you add anything to this? Is there anything you think I should add to this? Is there anything you think I should just take away and not have it in here at all? Any and all suggestions, comments, questions are absolutely welcome on this, but this is what I carry every time I am out and about visiting Mother Nature. So, tell me what you have, but I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, like I said, leave them in the comments below, and I try my best to answer every single one of them. Otherwise, if you like what you see and you like some of the other videos I put out, hit that subscribe button. I would really, really appreciate it. But until the next time, guys, get outside, have some fun. You know, we got one giant world out there. Let's go see as much of it as we can. Take care, guys. Thanks.